up, everybody? This is Angelina from Divine Hustles, and today I'm here with
Ruben.
My name is Alexis.
We're the owners of Gorilla Strong Fitness Centers. Please stay tuned. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I'm going to jump into the 3 H's, introducing our business owners, our hustlers over here. Let's jump into home. What does home mean to you guys? Can we see that on the paper?
Yeah, we'll just start. I know my makes it.
Look at my couch, bro.
It's a little hard.
I can tell what it is, though.
Okay. There's one.
Show your masterpieces of what home means to you guys.
How you guys looking at mine?
I just like your words, bro.
It's my dog.
Oh, right.
She's not a big dog. She's actually a small dog.
Break it down.
But yeah, I have a picture of my dog. Me and my wife love to play with our dog. We like to take her to like restaurants, parks. We had a previous dog and she just passed away on May 23rd. And we just got a new dog on October 3rd. And you know, we're just trying to do more things that we couldn't do with our previous dog. Although we did give her the best life, you know, we're just trying to do more with her. And me and my wife, you know, we like to talk. We like to be together in our couch, either the kitchen, the couch, or the living room. The dining room. And, you know, we'll have a glass of wine here and there and just talk. You know, we're each other's best friends, or she is my best friend for sure. We also like, you know, like I said, we're in the kitchen cooking, you know, having a glass of wine, talking, conversing while we're playing with our dog. Like, we do this every night. I get home from the gym, she gets home from work, and we're cooking. We're cooking together. And at the same time, whoever has their hands free is playing with the dog. The dog's always with us. Her name is Mia. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We just like to be together.
That's sweet. Cozy animal people. Yeah. Animal lovers.
My home, I would say it's, there's a lot that goes on in my house. Now I have a 2-year-old. His name is Ben. Thank you. Home for me is peace. I would say, at least when me and the wife are not fighting, right? Very peaceful home, cozy. Whether I'm playing with my son, we're playing basketball, he doesn't play basketball, he loves to play basketball. That's from the Kobe. Or me and my wife are having Starbucks day. One of us will go get coffee, we're just hanging out, watching movies.
Alright, let's jump into your hobbies.
Hobbies?
Well, then we do all that.
Why exercise?
What was that?
Exercise.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, you want to make...
Are you recording?
Yeah, it's still filming, but I'm just genuinely like...
asking?
That's a good topic, actually. That's
For me, like, it calms me down. So, like, if I don't work out, you know, I might be aggressive throughout the day or, you know, frustrated. So that's why I like to work out in the morning. And then I feel more accomplished working out in the morning because I got a task done before most people woke up. And it really just starts my day off great.
For me, there's a lot of anger, I think. A lot of anger, a lot of demons, a lot of things, you know? And I think it's just better, like, self-control. As a kid, I was very explosive. Very, well, now it'd be immature, right? But in the sense that I had a really quick temper, really bad temper, and anything triggered me. The temperament is never gone. The short fuse is never gone, but I think we adapt and we learn to control it. And I feel like a lot of time with tension, I'm not one to verbalize how I'm feeling or speak about my feelings or better yet express myself. But I've learned that it's okay. it's okay to open up, it's okay to speak, you know, to others, and even then when I'm not feeling it, at least I can decompress or whatever it is with the weights.
That's a good topic. A lot of people struggle with that, with communication or even voicing their opinions or emotions. How has that affected you in your youth, growing up, or even in any relationships, such as the relationship you have with your son or with your wife?
It's probably taken the biggest toll with my wife. My wife saw me. She's known me as a kid, and she's known me as a man, as a little boy and as a man. So she's seen both my quick temper, my really bad temper, and then now my little tame temper. It all goes back to our childhood. I feel like, you know, our parents do their best, I think, to raise or do their best, but I feel like a lot of times they don't realize, you know, what we know now. For the most part, my father, he worked a lot. I can't be upset at them. You know, my mom did her best, my dad did his best. But we were exposed to a lot of things that I guess in the long run can cause a lot of damage, or, you know, can, to a certain extent, you know, whatever it is that we bring on, or what we bring to our table, whether it's relationship, fatherhood, a lot of it is things that we, whether we like to or not, we took from our family. From everyone that you've met in your life, you take a little bit. And from your parents, you take the most. And I'm not saying I got, you know, my parents, I was always fed, I always had clothes, I always had a roof over my head, so I can't be upset. But there's a lot of temperament, there's a lot of, not resentment, but there's a lot, it's just, looking back, you know, we weren't, not that we weren't allowed to speak, but we weren't allowed to express ourselves, better yet. And I feel like a lot of that carries on to our, and even though you try, you'll never be the same, no matter what you do. I mean, maybe there is somebody out there that completely changes their way of being, their way of thinking, their way of interacting with people, but I feel for the most part, those demons, those traits, they'll always follow you. So, as to for my wife, she's seen me as a little kid, she's seen me as a boy, and then a man, and now a father. So, we were also separated for a long time because of my temperament, and then now we're back together, and then we ended up getting married, and now I'm a father, right? But now we're parents. As to for my child, you just try your best. I feel like you just try your best to be something almost that you're not. As sad as that sounds.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. With your kids, I feel like you try to implement things that weren't implemented on you. So you try your best. I try my best now, and I will continue to try my best, but those are things, I guess, you know, they will always carry on. Now all I can hope for and, you know, wish for is that my son will get, you know, all the good traits that we're trying to implement on him. But you know, even though it's weird because you have a kid and you don't realize your traits, you don't realize your characteristics until you see them in them. And they're little kids, they're little human beings that can't talk, can't eat yet, can't do anything by themselves. And you already see resemblance of, you know, certain things, whether it's the mom or the dad. Like, my wife might see something that she sees in me, in him. I might see something in him that I see in her. And those are little things that you think they're not watching, but they're watching everything. And even then, I feel like in their gene, there's the characteristics, you know, carry on.
I'm happy for you, you know? I feel like your son has taught you a lot because you continue to say, oh, a father, but actually you're a husband now too, so you gotta remember that. And you said you...
That's the hard part.
You're over here saying how difficult it is to talk about your emotions, but you just told an entire audience how you feel about having a son and being a husband and your temperament. So good job!
Thank you.
Good job. Yes.
That's cool.
What about our buddy Ruben over here?
Well, when I was in elementary, I did have a lot of anger issues that, you know, I ended up getting jumped twice, and this is elementary school by older kids, you know. I was probably 11. I told my mom, take me to Walmart, I need some weights. Like, I just didn't want to do that shit no more. I didn't want to suffer through that.
Yeah.
So she did. She got me some 10 pounds. And at the same time, I guess I had to go to counseling. Like, a lot of people don't know that. And by the time I was 13, like, my life completely changed. Like, I was stronger than most, and I was more active than most. And the transition from elementary to middle school, like, I pushed it up a notch. By 13, I was allowed to own a gym membership. So
Took advantage of that.
yeah, so I had my mom sign me up to, back then it was called Valleys. And it was in Norwalk, and I used to live in Linwood. So I had to wait till my mom got off work. I'll tell them, can you take me to the gym whenever you go? And yeah, it'll be like 6, 8 p.m. And my mom was cool with it. She knew that helped me calm me down. So like I said before, like, this calms me down. This one, the gym sets up my day for, you know, the rest of the day. Anybody that knows me knows that I love to go to the gym. Like, I just love being here. Even if even at GSFC, like, if I'm not doing anything, I just love to be here. I love to be around the people that are here because they're trying to achieve something that, you know, I've either done or I'm learning as well. You know, we're all on the same route here. We're trying to progress in life, you know, whether it's in ourselves, physically, mentally, or emotionally. And I know what that's like, you know.
Because everybody has a different reason to use exercise as an outlet, and to see them pushing for better is inspiring.
Yeah, and so working out as well, realized that I didn't like to channel my anger. Like, I just didn't like to do it. I would like to be quiet to myself. Even to this day, we'll have issues. You know, this business is not easy.
Yeah.
And we'll have issues. We'll have different sides. And he knows that I'm mad, so I'll stay quiet because that's how you can tell that I'm mad. I won't say anything. I don't like to say anything. As well as my wife, like, when I'm frustrated or angry, I'll stay quiet. And she knows that I'm frustrated or angry. So she'll give me my space. He'll give me my space. Like, they already know that. But I know that to be, you know, one of my characteristics, and I catch it quickly. So, you know, I might be mad at him for, you know, at 5 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, I text him like, hey, look, this is what I was feeling. You know, I was upset, and, you know, this is why, and we'll resolve it. Like, I'm quick to catch it on, and I don't like to go to sleep angry. Like, that's one thing I learned from marriage, like, don't sleep angry. And I like to do it with my friendships, as well as my partnerships. I just don't want to be in that bad vibe, you know? And that's why I like to come to the gym in the morning, because that's already setting my mood for the day. I'm already happy coming, you know, I'm happy I made it. And I'm happy I got this workout done. You know, going off of the communication, like, I know that communication is key. So, like, for my marriage, like, I have to, you know, my wife won't tell me what's wrong, you know. And, you know, I think a lot of wives do that, or a lot of women won't tell you what's wrong, they want you to figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So,
fun. It's fun.
Yeah, so we went to marriage counseling before we got married, and, you know, the pastor said, we're not, you know, both of you can't read minds, you know. So I always like to be direct with my wife, and I'm starting to be more direct with my friends, and, you know, just cut the bullshit. Like, tell me what's up, you know, like, so we can get onto this, like, resolve it, and, you know, go past this. But yeah,
That's dope.
I feel like the gym. Look, if I didn't have the gym, I'd have been doing something else, because this is how can I say it?
Chill pill.
This is like a drug to me. Like, I love being here. I'm addicted to this gym. You know, if I didn't have this addiction, I would probably might have a different addiction. You guys struggling with addiction or something, like, change that fiend into something else, like the gym. That would change your life good.
And don't go to sleep angry.
Yeah, that for sure.
And be very direct.
Yeah, try to start your day off with positive thoughts. Like, you might wake up from a bad gym, like, fuck.
You'd be surprised with the endorphins, with the gym, the endorphins it releases, what it'll do for you during the day. I'm not a big worker. I don't like to work out in the morning. I just feel like I'm not at my full potential. But I do know when I have worked out that the rest of the day does go different. But some people, like Ruben, They like to work out early, and I guess, it helps them, it works for them. I just feel like I'm gonna die under the bar, and it's just for me. He could be here at 3 in the morning, I'm like, there's no way, there's no way.
I want to know what it's like for you two to be business partners from beginning to present. What is it like being each other's business partners? How is it?
It's hard, it's definitely hard.
What is it like to be an adult?
It's hard, but it's interesting. Like, the journey is interesting. That's what, just look back and like, damn, I went through that shit, and I came out on top. And you feel more, not satisfied, but proud of yourself for the progress that you made. Because you don't have mommy and daddy helping you out, and then it's all on you. It's all on you, and you gotta be proud. You gotta give yourself props. I know there's some people that struggle with all that. We know a lot of people, but at the end of the day, you can do it. You can do anything you want. That's for sure. For goddamn sure. What about you?
He's very optimistic.
I know he's about to ruin his own right now.
I'm right here at the dark cloud. I'm like, well, I will say life is hard. He says it's a blast. What did you say? A blast or?
A blast.
No, you said a word after.
I said the journey's great.
You said the journey was great. Something like that. Somewhere along the line. But I don't think nothing of this journey is great. I feel like the experiences, the lessons are a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we were prepared or had an understanding of adulthood, it'd be a little different. I'm 29 years old. And we are currently trying to buy a house. And we both have decent jobs. My wife's RN, I'm a union worker. We're doing all right, I guess. But when you live in California and you're 29 and you don't have no one teaching you about taxes, no one teaching you about debt, no one teaching you about you should have your credit score at this level, or no one teaching you how to avoid taxes. When they didn't teach you anything, shit. In high school, in middle school, in elementary, it becomes an issue, and a lot of people have trouble grasping life because of it.
Very two different perspectives.
I would any advice I can give to you guys is like really enjoy every day you can, with the people you have in your life. I lost my dog, I had a couple deaths these past 2 years, and it makes you change your view of life, like life is a beautiful thing and you should enjoy every minute of it. I enjoy my time here at the gym, I enjoy my conversations with everybody. I enjoy those, special nights with my wife and my dog. Like, the Sundays I go visit my mom, the conversations. Right now I have a grandma that, she's not doing too well. And every conversation I have with her, and everything, it makes me realize all the things that she taught me. I grew up without a father. So I had to find the information one way or another. It's whether it's either Google or I will ask an uncle, a neighbor. My grandma showed me how to do a tie. My mom showed me how to drive standard. In this day, nobody knows. A lot of people don't know how to drive standard, and I was taught by my mom. It's crazy. Just those lessons you get, really, really enjoy it. And life is a gift. And you want to enjoy the gift. I would just say enjoy every day.
That's sweet. Those moments are the most memorable.
Yeah.
Because you're grown now and you're thanking them for it.
Yeah, he's talking about teaching his son. This is something that I could teach, and I could tell him. Just the other day, I was teaching my wife. We took the stove out because we're gonna get a new one. And I was like, look, this is how you check if the gas is still on. And I showed her, and she's like, why are you telling me this? What if I die? Nobody taught you this. And we've experienced a lot of death in our family. And I was like, I just don't want you to be unprepared. And I just want to leave you everything I know, so you can either, learn for you, have it as knowledge or teach our kids.
That's sweet.
Back to that. Life is a beautiful thing, and back to communication. I have an uncle that just hung himself 2 weeks ago. This podcast is getting a little dark, but
It's honest, it's raw.
to that point, that goes back to us not talking, not communicating. I haven't talked to him in years. I mean, years. The only reason I even cared is because I reached out to my grandma, and she took it hard. We really can't pinpoint, we really can't think of what happened or, you know, but it goes back to communication. Men, as a man, in the Hispanic culture, we're not taught to speak. That's something no one, women is one thing, no matter if you're in any, I don't know what it is about Hispanic culture, but some women are oppressed, some not so much, right? But I feel like men
Have to hold it in.
have to hold it in, whether it's the mentality of a macho man, and you know, it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how we were raised. And
I feel like you don't want to burden your wife with the problems you're facing, like, cause I mean that's how I feel, and that's why I don't speak about a lot of things.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I also feel like sometimes the quietness, I can feel, I feed off vibes. Like, I know if you're off. If my wife's off, she's still gonna have me guess, like you said earlier, right? She's gonna have me guess, and what's wrong? And it might not have to do nothing with me. It might have been my son spilled something, and her day is just going south, and it could just be, right? But the vibe, I could tell off the vibe. I could just feed off of it. And if I'm having a bad day, and I'm feeding off of her energy, now we're all having a bad day, right? So it goes back to communication. If we don't, and this is for you, if you don't open up about something that's tiny, something that's minimal, something that your wife might move your shoe and now you can't find your shoe, and it's not bothering you to that extent, but you're there, you're at the breaking point. All of a sudden you're fucking losing it because you didn't open up. You know, so that, me speaking from experience, for me, it's one of those things where, yeah, you don't want to burden them, but sometimes it might be a burden to keep it in, you know, or it might trickle down and have later on effects that we shouldn't, you know, like now, as I'm getting older, as I'm wiser, as I'm trying to be a better person, there's certain things you just can't get past, like get over, or my communication skills, or I wish I could. Sometimes I'm having down days where my wife thinks I'm upset, but I'm really just in my head, like, yeah, I've heard it from her grandparents. They call me Doo-Doo. I do this thing with the food. Every time I post food on Instagram, I go, I can't do it right now. I can't do it off. But there's the noise I make it, so her grandparents call me that. And if I'm having like an off day and I'm just quiet, like literally I'm not having nothing, I'm just to myself quiet, they think I'm upset. Or they'll ask my wife, like, why is he upset? And I'm not upset. I'm like, no, now I'm getting upset because you're asking me, right? It's just one of those things. But I think communication at the end of the day is key. I lack that skill. Like I truly, I just can't communicate. But I feel like if I could, I'd be in a better place. Like, you know, I would, whether it's my not necessarily mental state, but just in general, how I feel, my mood and all that, I think it would be a different place if I could just communicate. I guess it's a work in progress, but someday we'll be.
Yeah.
That's deep. I mean, that's a topic that a lot of people struggle with and don't like to speak about. Even to the tiniest moments. Like when you mentioned that about the shoe or something like that, it all made sense because I'm barely learning, and you saying that like made me open my eyes because there'll be moments at home where I'll be fine, and then I'll start to freak out over the smallest thing. I'm like, why am I this upset over something so minimalistic? And you mentioning that and opening my eyes made me realize, and I was like, oh shoot.
You know what's funny? Right now that you said that, some people are like, I don't know how you are, right? Your characteristics and whatnot, but my wife, perfect example, she is like, let me do 10 tasks at the same time. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm only doing one, I can only do one, and I emphasize on one, I'm good at one, and that's it. And then I'll switch, and I'll do another one, right? I don't stress. Up until recently, my back has gotten the best of me and I feel like I stress, but up until my back injury, I never stressed. I mean, the fucking world could be burning down around me. I'm not a stressor. Like fuck it, I don't give a shit. Like it's just, that's always been my mentality. Up until I became a parent, and a husband, and you know, you have a household and a dog, basically. Let's just say a dog. Nah, I won't say a dog, because it was just until like last 2 years ago, right? I stress. And my wife stresses about everything, just everything. And she started doing acupuncture. That's why I'm going towards it. You should try acupuncture if you like that. Because sometimes my wife, I don't know what it is about acupuncture, but it just releases all the tension. And a lot of people, the tension is what makes you antsy and gives you anxiety and whatnot. And it helps her not freak out about everything. I never freaked out. I'm just gonna take care of this one test. That's why earlier when you said, and your husband too, I laughed in my head because I'm not a good, how do I explain this? I can't be a house husband, a father, and a husband, if that makes any sense. So, like a housewife, if I'm at home just taking care of my son, I could do minimal tasks. Like, I'll wash the dishes while he's eating, I'll sweep up, but I can't do like big tasks. There's just no way. I'm gonna have my wife will come home and there'll be a drill over there, and I just can't. Like, I don't know for what reason, but I cannot be a good parent and then do things around the house. My wife, she'll try to do 10 things, and I get home and maybe 8 of them or 6 of them will be done. And then she's stressing about the last 4, and I'm like, you should have just taken care of one task at a time, right? But you try to take all this in, and then you're stressing about all these other tasks. I'm not like that. I don't like to overwhelm myself, but you know, maybe back to the topic. Maybe that'll help you out someday. Maybe I'm gonna go get acupuncture.
Well, maybe it's just a new chapter for you, for both of you. You guys are going through totally new chapters in life, so it may seem overwhelming because it's something that's new. But I mean, like you said, it's a journey. The process is the beautiful part.
Because Ruben's catching up. Ruben.
Yeah, because at the end of it all, you guys are gonna be laughing. Like about the gym, there's so many complications, but now we're here having conversations. So there you go.
Definitely.
Can we get some advice now? We're gonna be closing it out. I feel like we mentioned everything that you guys had to say. Otherwise, say it now. But we're gonna jump into another segment. So, is there anything else you guys would like to specifically mention? But our last 2 segments, I'll let you know what they are. Just so, one is a message to the youth, and then the last message is a message to hustlers following their dreams. But as of now, you guys could say where you want to be in the future or what your goal is for this new year, and then anything else that you guys would like to say. Got it?
That's right now?
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
You could ease into it. I don't have to introduce it.
2 advice is you can do anything you want in life. No shit, you can do anything you want. And going off what we've been talking about, you know, communicate. So, like, just be straight up. That's it. That's all you gotta be. That way, down the line, you don't have nobody, I wouldn't say screwing you over, but you guys have the same agreement, basically. So just be straight up and just know that anything could be possible. Like, no shit.
To touch on that subject, honestly, when we came in here, we saw it as something for us to work out, something for us to be stressed, something for us fun. But we had no clue what we were doing coming in. Like, absolutely none. Back to the experience and knowledge, it's not like we were taught to know this. So we came in here, we did what we did, we are where we are, and we're still working on it. Hopefully, you know, keep growing. But to whoever's listening, this goes to show that you don't have to have a plan. Like, I mean, sure, you want a plan, right? But you don't have to have like shit just pops out of nowhere. As long as you want something, you do it. I mean, me and Ruben, we probably weren't in the best place when we were doing this. Like, I mean, I don't know how he was financially, but I was on disability. Actually got work most of the year, and then I was on disability. No one ever knows what's gonna happen, right? So, and it just kind of worked, and we're still working at it, and hopefully keep growing. But at the end of the day, the gym for us, for you guys, for anyone, should always be like a de-stressor, a place to
Express yourself.
To express yourself, evaluate your feelings, release some tension, some anger, whatever it is. This will definitely help everyone. Whether you're doing cardio, whether you're lifting weights, whether you're just stretching, whatever it is, whether you're just here conversating with people, you definitely try it out, give it a try, and I think it will help.
So now, as business owners, up and coming, of course, still growing, and only to be prosperous in the future, what's some advice you can give to hustlers following their dreams or to people who are also pursuing the same hustle?
That's a good one. Like you said, life's gonna hit, and just know that there's always a solution. There's always a solution, and you just gotta spend time thinking about it. So when we had issues, like if we had a problem with the gym, I like to step back and just think about it, and then I'll come back to him with my ideas. I know we had an issue where we both gave our thoughts and it was completely opposite. And I learned that, you know what, sleep on it. Sleep on the situation, because that problem's gonna be there tomorrow. It might be there next week. So you got time, and there's always a solution. So, take your time, step back, look at it, and see the multiple resolutions to it.
What he said. Sorry, what was the question again?
Advice you could give to
Oh,
hustlers
yes.
For hustlers.
There will always be naysayers. There will always be someone that tries to either change your path or try to.
The odds they always want to be the odds against you.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely it's something to consider when you're going into business, whatever it is that you're doing. A lot of times people are scared. I know I'm scared for a fact. Right now I'm in the process of, I need to start my business, my contractor's license, general contractor's license or subcontractor's license. And it's a big fear because right now I have a steady check coming in Friday. And when you start your business, now that I'm a father, now that I'm a husband, now that I have to feed my son, when you think of all that, and now putting another overhead over your head, there's just so many things that could go wrong, so many things that we wish didn't go wrong, but things happen, right? But at the end of the day, is where you want to be. Either you spend the money at the club, the bar, or I don't know what you guys like to spend money on. Whatever it is you spend your money, if you save that money and put it towards your future, it most likely will benefit you. A lot of times we spend money, I've heard it a lot. Right now, as a recent, I don't travel as much as I was traveling a couple years back, but we were traveling a lot. And a lot of people would always ask me, how do you guys travel? And we're like, just save your money. It's not that complicated. Like, people think these vacations, my boy Ruben actually went on one of his first vacations, and he's like, oh, I want to go back. And I'm like, bro, I've been telling you this for how many years? How many years have I told Ruben I've known him, right? It's not that much money. It becomes expensive when it becomes addicting, which is gonna happen. But I would much rather you, at 19 years old, start traveling.
That's my goal this year.
Then be going to the club, you're not even of age yet, right? But you are of age to go to Cancun. And I promise you, if you look into Cancun right this second, I don't know what your finances are like, but if you looked into your bank account right now, and if you looked into any vacation you want to take, say Cancun, I promise you, you'll be able to afford it. It's not that expensive. A lot of people think it's out of this world expensive, and it's really not. So that goes back. That's something you want on your bucket list, right? You want a vacation, you vacation. If you want to start your own business, put that money that you're going to spend at the club on cigarettes, on drinking, on vaping, on a mod for your car, put that towards the business. Put that towards whatever it is. It could be something small that might grow to, whether it's $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000, whatever it is, it's going to grow. But you need to be open to spending the money. A lot of times we're not open to spending the money because it doesn't make sense. But we'll go spend it at the club or whatever it is that we spend our money at, popping bottles or whatever you want to do with your money. money, right? But definitely, I think if you focus and put that energy into a business, it would benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, another advice that I would give is for you hustlers, it's not about quantity, it really is about quality, because you know, at the beginning of this gym, we were doing a lot of work that was quantity. And yeah, it was all right, but when we transitioned to being a bit more about quality, the business just went better. And that's something I would like to, I advise you guys is think of quality over quantity. With that being said, is, show people who you really are instead of, something you're not.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm just showing you what I'm about, and you guys can take it or not, leave it.
Definitely on that topic, it's find what you're good at and then work on that. Ruben himself, and now touching on that topic, he coaches me. I don't feel like I would be a good coach. I don't have the time or like the want, right? But I know that when I start my contractor's license, that's what I do, and that's what I nitpick at, and that's what I make my money off, right? So if I only do 2 restrooms, 2 bathrooms, I do finish carpentry. So whatever it is that I do, if I just do 2, but I do it good, there's a possibility it's gonna grow, right? Someone else is gonna recommend me. Someone else is, Ruben has athletes under him. So whatever it is, one athlete's doing good, he's getting strong, he's breaking PRs, personal records. Whatever it is that they're doing, someone's gonna look into them, and someone's gonna say, who's coaching you? And then Ruben's gonna be in the back of and he's gonna get more clients, right? So for me, is find what you're good at and be better than other people, because you're not gonna be the only one of this person, right? Of this, whatever you decide to do. I mean, there's very few Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk that started SpaceX or Tesla. There's very few of those, right? But you can also have a business that is one of many, right? Like whether you do, I don't know, you sell
Tupperware.
Yeah, like if you sell knives or whatever, just be good at selling knives, whatever it is that you do, just be good at that, and it'll be enough to, there's a necessity for everything. This one knife person might not interact with the world, right? But it might interact with that section, your city, your Southgate, your Linwood, your Compton, wherever it is that you want to emphasize your business in, that's what it should have a good outcome.
Well, I guess I sell Tupperware now, everybody. Well, I love
I know you got the deals.
Nice, alright. Well, I love speaking with you guys. I love hearing your stories, who you guys individually, personally, from ups and downs to where you're at today and to future goals, and for sharing advice. Thank you so much for being here with us today. You guys are truly divine hustlers. Qualified stamp on it.
Thank you.
Alright, so let's say bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Remember, be kind, support each other, and keep hustling. Share your ads and socials so people can find you guys.
I'm on Instagram, Rubenazo_brand.
Oh, mine's at Alexis, just Alexis, but it's a little complicated.
And then the gym is at Gorilla Strong Fitness Center.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Angelina from Divine Hustles, and today I'm here with
Ruben,
My name's Alexis Hernandez.
and we're Gorilla Strong Fitness Center.